praise here. How by Shem Al Shai, by Shem Rakakodah, Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of your elect out there. Shalom to you all. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video simply The Fourth Industrial Revolution and the Micro C-HIP, also known as the 4IR. 4IR stands for Fourth Industrial Revolution. Now, to understand this better, you got to go to the First Industrial Revolution, the Second Industrial Revolution, the Third Industrial Revolution, and if they have time, it will be a Fifth Industrial Revolution. So just go to the First Industrial Revolution. We're talking about the mid to late 1800s into the 1900s. Matter of fact, I may even go in there. And I learned this in school many years ago. Anyway, so it says here, this is from a video, and I'll play some of it. I only watched about maybe to this much. You know, I saw the News and Prophecies, the Fourth Industrial Revolution. I said, let me click on it and watch it. Put up by Remnant Save 144. So it says here, the micro C-HIP is a key technology. Now, what you got to understand is the micro C-HIP or the microchip, or the chip as they call it, is used for computers, for your smartphone, for your vehicle. Now your vehicle is pretty much a computer surrounded by, they build a whole car around the computer, like the Tesla. The Cybertruck is nothing but a computer, and they build a whole truck around it, and it's electric. It says the microchip or the chip is a key. You can't open up a door without a key, right? You can't open up your website without your key, which is your password. You don't have, you go off by, it's a series of 5 numbers. You go off by one number, one letter, it never comes up. It said the chip is a key technology in the Fourth Industrial Revolution. I am going to go into the fourth. I'm going to put in Fourth Industrial. Matter of fact, let me do this. What is the Fourth Industrial Revolution? Give me a second. Let me do it this way. All right, I'm going to go copy. Then I'm going to erase this. By the way, this right here, this whole system that we use, this technology, the web, computers, whatever you want to call it, this is nothing but old technology that the Levites had, which is called the Urim and the Thummim. This is nothing but the Urim and the Thummim. All right? When the Levites receive messages from the spiritual realm, the fourth dimension, they received it through signals, just like you receive everything through signals. My TV, I got the Roku. The internet goes out, I don't get Roku no more, So it says, what is the Fourth Industrial Revolution? Let me put and it's a damn shame that you got major camps like IUIC and ISUPK that can't see it. Now, either one or two things. Either they can see it clearly and they've been, given a bag or a bunch of bags to deceive the people, or they just don't know. Either way, this great spirit, Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, and you notice how I just freely say the word Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai without fear? Because we know that that's the name, the true name of the Father and the Son. You got to be leery when a guy doesn't want to use the name Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai and tell you that his name is Christ. Give you an example. Tazadakia. Tazidaki took away the name. And then he said there was a hell. He was quickly bringing a Roman Catholic doctrine to the ICGJC. High Priest Ariah, High Priest Shaw, High Priest Ishaya, High Priest Kazak. They saw that. High Priest Kazak, Ishaya, Kazak. They left. They should have stayed. But if they left, let's say they left. Okay, it was total. The school was total shambles, which is a meat market. That's what the word shambles mean. Ask a Christian that. He don't know. When they left, they should have started their own thing. You should have seen Yeshaya videos all over the place. You should have seen Yeshaya and Gazak with camps going out there. What they did was, I believe that's Luke 19. I'm not going to go to it. It speaks about hiding so much. Matter of fact, let me do this. Let me do this here. I'm kind of all over the place now. Okay, you know what? Let me do it. Let me do this in the Luke 19, and NLT. Let's go to NLT route. You know, vocab causes us to go to these other versions of the Bible, and sometimes they explain a lot of things even better. Okay, let me see. Luke 19. Give me a second. Thought it was Luke 19. Wow. Let me do it this way. Let me do it this way. This is hiding your talent. Okay, here it is right here. Money usage. The money that we have, the Most High gave us a certain amount of money, which is the truth, and we're supposed to make more money from the money, the initial money that was given to us for our master, right? That means going out, studying this word, teaching people, pursuant to the scriptures. Okay. 11th verse. Added a parable, Jerusalem, certain nobleman went into a country to receive for himself a kingdom and to return. And he called 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds, which is money, and said unto them, occupy till I come. But his citizens hated him, sent messages, and it came to pass that when he was returned, having received the kingdom, then he commanded these servants to be called unto him, to whom he had given money that they were supposed to invest in, that he might know how much every man had gained, made a profit by trading. So the scriptures say, buy the truth and sell it not, right? The Most High gave us this truth. The buying is when we studied, and it says when it's sell it not, meaning give the truth freely. You know? It says, this what's this guy? Ariala out of Philly, Sakari, he sells names. And what you got on him about that, you know? Now, he does what he does. I wouldn't do that. You're an Israelite, you don't know your name, you don't have a Hebrew name, you want a name? Here's your name, so-and-so and such and such. And what if you got homeless people that ain't got no money? I can't give you a name. Save up some money? No. Freely thou hast been given, freely give. It said, then came the first saying, Lord, thy portion hath gained 10 pounds. The scriptures speak about some 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold, right? And some 0-fold. That's why you fall off. And he said unto them, well, thou good servant, because thou hast been faithful in a very little, have thou authority over 10 cities. What does it say in Matthew? What is it? Matthew 19:27. If not 27:19, I'm positive it's 19:27. Peter saying, "We have gave up all our wives, our businesses, everything, for to follow you. What shall we receive? What is the the payback for it. He said, you guys gonna sit on thrones. So this goes hand in hand with that. The second saying, received 5 pounds. And he said unto him, likewise be thou with 5 cities. And another came saying, Lord, or the word there is kairos, and Christians wouldn't know that. Say, what does it mean by Lord? Lord, uppercase Lord. They don't know. It means Jesus? No, but what does the word actually mean? What does it translate to? They don't know, except if they're a scholar. Even some scholars don't know. Behold, here is thy pound, which I have kept. I laid up in a napkin. That's somebody that has the truth and doesn't. And we were talking about this, by the way. It was myself. It was I had called Apostle Ryan Lab earlier yesterday, sometime in the morning. Later that day, around 5, 6 o'clock, lo and behold, Apostle Ricard had called me, and he said, I just want to touch bases. We talked for about a good, he's long-winded, man. We talked for about a good hour, and I said shalom to Apostle Ryan Lab, and also the elder Tamasha Pot was there. So I pretty much spoke. Me and Ricard did a lot of speaking, but then I briefly spoke to Elder Damasha Pot. I call him Elder Rampage Jackson. That's what I called him when I first met him. I was Rampage Jackson, Elder Rampage. But anyway, he was telling me about a situation because he's like a regional head. And I kind of gave him my take on it, and he took it. I said, yeah. I said, do this, that, and the third. But and I said, look, I'm gonna do a video on this conversation that we had, and it's dealing with certain brothers that are not on the level, right? And whether you should kick them out or suspend them or whatever the case. And I said, this, do this, do this, do that, and the other, and you're gonna find out in the spirit what these guys are really all about. See if their spirit is real. Anyway, I'm not gonna go into details. It's not all that important. It was like a situation, I just gave him a little counsel, And I said, look, leaders don't have to spread this out thin. You got Nate, he's spreading this out thin, going to all these different countries, which I don't totally knock him because he is teaching the word. I don't totally knock him. But them countries that he's going to, ain't nothing going to pan out with that. Your focus is supposed to be right here in America. Right here in America, right? I always go to Acts 1, 6 to the 8 verse around there. I'm not going to go to it. Somebody put it in the chat. What did the Lord say? You will receive power from on high, and not too many words. And when you do, you're gonna go to Samaria, because Israelites in Samaria mix among them them heathens that believed that the Israelites. That was what John 4 was all about. The woman at the well was a heathen. So the Lord cursed her out. Said, look, this ain't for you, man. It ain't for your father, because you ain't the people. Okay, the ones that's going to get this are the Israelites. So you got Israelite groups that say she's an Israelite. And then the woman that was a Greek or Syrophoenician by nation, which I'm appalled at, they say that she's a woman of another nation. She's not a woman of another nation. ISUPK, stop it. IUIC, stop it. And whoever else, stop it. Get it right. The woman at the well was a heathen. That's why the Lord said, go not into the way of the Samaritans. But he said in Acts 1, go to the Samaritans. Because guess what? You had heathens in Samaria, and you had Israelites in Samaria. So it's obvious he was saying, speak to the Israelites in Samaria. Whither will he go? John 7:35. Will he go to disperse among the Gentiles, to teach the Gentiles? Christians say, well, that's talking about he's going to go and teach Gentiles, which means when the wicked scribes and Pharisees said, whether will he go? Will he go among the Israelites, among the Gentiles, to then teach the Gentiles? Meaning, is he going to go to another land and say, Oh, these are Israelites right here. What are you, an Israelite? Okay, who's that guy next to you that you're talking? Well, he's a Gentile. I'm not talking to Israel. I'm talking to you. You see how stupid Christianity sounds? This is why you don't just... Why would you sit there and have a conversation with a goddamn fool? Anyway, forgive me for that rant. It says, another came saying, Lord, behold, here is thy pound. Meaning you didn't do nothing with the truth, which I have kept laid up in a napkin. For I fear thee. So guess what? When High Priest Yeshai and High Priest Kazak, when they left the school, you should have kept on going. Y'all were top men. Y'all were leaders, man. And Yeshai said, I can open up my own camp if I wanted to. You never opened up your own camp. You had all that knowledge, and High Priest Yeshai and Kazak had a lot of knowledge. The Spirit worked on them to bring in the UFO doctrine, man. Remember the scripture say, least I be a castaway. So you were part of the ministry, but you became a castaway. So you pulled brothers into this thing, but you yourself have become a castaway. With High Priest Yeshai and High Priest Kazak should have did, they should have kept speaking. They should have gone out there on the highways and the byways, and they would have built camps, or they would have worked together, whatever the case may be. And they left because of Tazadakia, which he was a straight up demon. And then High Priest Ariel and High Priest Shaw, y'all were still there. Y'all should have did something. If anything, y'all should have said, look, the school is a shambles. We're leaving. We're starting all over again. And if we caught wind to it, we would have helped High Priest Ariel and High Priest Shaw build this thing again. It would have started all over again. But that school, as y'all know, had become a complete shambles with a bunch of zombies in it, man. See, we're in the zombie saving business. We're trying to save zombies. We're trying to take you off of that zombie curse that's on you. And there's no help. We can't help ICGJC. But we have a big zombie camp, which is the IUIC. And I'm not saying it to be a joke. You guys are fucking zombies, man. You got watch the video I did, the last video that I did. The big, fat Uncle Remus looking nigga. All right? The young man came up and explained what the MOTB is, and this guy started cursing him out. That's a zombie, man. You're going to find out that IUIC has a bunch of zombies in the school. Kanai, you a zombie. Yawasop, you a zombie. Nate, you're the head vampire, okay? Watch what the Most High going to do to the IUIC. And I do believe that there's sincere, of course there's sincere men in that school. Sincere men and sincere women. But are they of the elect? If they're sincere and they're of the elect, then they're going to come out of her. They're going to come out. They're going to leave Nate, man. You know, them beautiful garments and that the IT and Yuri can't save you, man. And Yuri might be one of the elect. You know? It says, for I fear thee, because thou art an austere man. Thou taketh up that thou layest not down. And like Trump is taking up shit that he ain't left. We're taking Gaza, and we're gonna get China, and then we're gonna make Canada another state. And Canada's bigger than the whole United States. How the fuck you gonna make Canada a state? Is this guy? He talking shit to the EU nation and NATO nation. He said we're gonna put tariffs on them. That's why they're gonna shoot them. They're gonna hit them with fire. You know, Obadiah 1:7. Read that. It says, I'm moving fast. It says, I'm trying to move fast. It says, and reapeth that thou didst not sow. That's Trump. So Yahushua coming like Trump. He's just taking shit over. He's just annexing everything through his saints. And he saith unto him, out of thine own mouth will I judge thee. You condemn yourself. Thou wicked servant. And it made him wicked. Now, what did he do that was wicked? What did he do that was wicked? He received this truth and he didn't teach the truth. So that was an act of wickedness. Thou knowest that I was an austere, look up the word austere man, taking up that I laid, right, the word austere, I'm going to look up the word. That's why we positive that Donald Trump is the cruel Lord in, was it Isaiah chapter 19. I got to go through Isaiah chapter 19 again. That I laid not down and reaping that I did not sow. That's what Trump is doing. We're going to take Canada and we're going to take China. We're going to bring a tariff against China. The young up and coming elder in Dallas, Texas, he can do a better Trump than me. Wherefore then gavest thou not thou my money into the bank? At least you could have did something with it. If you would have left, if you were lazy, you don't want to turn it into other money, you could have put it in the bank and you would have got interest on it. Back when I was a kid, you put money in the bank, you got interest. You don't get interest on no goddamn bank no more. You put your money in the bank, you know, $1,000. A couple years down the line, your money's worth maybe $1,200. That's how it used to be. They used to have CDs, certificates of deposit. Back when I was young, a certificate of deposit was made like 5.5%. 6%. You put $1 million in there, you got let me see, 100 million. You put let's say you put 100 million in a CD, and it was a 5%. You got in 6 months. You got $5 million. Your 100 million became 105 million. You let it ride. You live off the interest, so to speak. I said that at my coming, which he is getting ready to come, I might have required mine on with usury or interest, right? It said he was an austere man, a cruel Lord. Trump is an austere man, a cruel Lord. Now you see how he came in there? I'm going to help everybody, the blacks, the white, everybody. I'm coming with love, and we're going to all come together. As soon as he swore in, he changed. He switched up. That's that cruel Lord, we believe. And I'm going to say it that way, because there could come another man that's worse than him. But as it stands, we believe he's that cruel Lord. Talking about he going to kick the American Indians out the land. Where you going to send them? Back to Israel? He took Gaza. He took Gaza from all that bombing that Israel did. He had a meeting right in front of Netanyahu. Netanyahu's bugging, his eyes were bugging out. He said, what the hell is this guy talking about? The U.S. is going to take Gaza, and we're going to make it a beautiful place for everybody. Well, what about restoring it for the Palestinians? You understand? And that's how it works in these international courts that, I don't know the complete, I got to go into it. But if you destroy a nation, you know, you got to build it back up or whatever. Anyway, I'm sorry. Austere, right? Now the word is from Greek. Austere is a Greek word. The origins is Greek.
Strong's G 840. Austeros.
Austere is from the Greek word austeros, which means what? Of mind and manners, harsh, rough, rigid. Harsh, rough, rigid. So the man was afraid of him. He said, I might get put to death. And then when you go back to it, I believe he says, cast him in the outer darkness. Cast him in the outer darkness. So Trump is a austere man, a cruel Lord. Okay, he's just getting started. 2 weeks in, he's just getting started. What are you going to do the next 2 weeks? Let me see where I said I was going to go. Give me a second here. I thought darkness. I'm sorry. I thought it was in. Let me try it this way. Let me do it this way. Bear me for a minute. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me do it this way. Bear me for a minute. Outer darkness okay, it's in Matthew 8 verse 12. But the children of the kingdom shall be cast out into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Matthew 22 verse 13. Then said the king to the servant, bind him hand and foot, and take him away and cast him into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Matthew 25 and 30. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Let's open this up. So all of you that fell off, you're going to get got. Give me a second here. Give me a second. Right, parable of the talents. So Matthew 25 and Luke 19 goes into the same thing, right? But it says here, it says the same thing, right? It says, and I was afraid and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is done, that is yours, right? Hey, the Lord said you a wicked servant, because being wicked is not doing this work. If this divine truth was bestowed upon you, right? If this divine truth was just bestowed upon you, your job was to push it to others freely. Freely it was given to you, freely give. Buy the truth and sell it not. We're not going to be selling you like Nate. Nate be selling you bug out packages, man. This guy does this for profit. Everything he does is for profit. Everything he does got a price tag on it. He was selling breakdowns. Revelation 11 costs you X amount of dollars. You know why he stopped doing that? Because we were giving it to the people for free. But you know what got so many people following him? The package. They put it in a beautiful package. And that's what niggas do. If it look good, yeah. Like I said, I use the analogy of a car. When a nigga buy a car, Jake buy a car, does it look good? What the rims look like, and what the sound system is like, and what it smell like? It's got that new car smell. Get that tree of black ice. Oh, I'm getting it. Esau, the white boy, he'll have a mechanic with him, cousin. He'll have two mechanics with him. He'll have a code scanner, which I own a code scanner. How many Negroes you know own a code scanner? You know what I'm saying? Only 2 men own a code scanner in Israel. That's myself and the head of Baltimore, Elder Karatazabah. He owns a code scanner. I own a code scanner. I own what is that device where you check the strength of the battery, whether it the alternator. You can check the alternator. I do all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm there for about 20 minutes checking that car out. And if the guy gets patient, I said, okay, when we don't make a deal, I'm checking this motherfucker car. Unless you're going to give me you said there's nothing wrong with the car, you give me a guarantee on it, then I don't got to do all this work. You give me a guarantee in writing, and niggas don't know how to do that, man. Niggas don't know how to do that because they don't check. They don't go under the hood. They don't understand, right? Anyway, I'm sorry. So this says the same thing. It says what? He said, because you hid, like I said, High Priest Shai, High Priest Kazak. Now you heard Kazak come on YouTube, 2 years ago, and he was spewing out nothing but knowledge. So he still have the knowledge. He still have the information. But guess what? What did you do for the last 20 years, 25 years? You hid it. All you guys that fell off and went back into the world and became disenchanted by this, you ain't gonna make it. There's gonna be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And what is gonna make you weep and gnash of teeth? When the missiles come, man, because you're gonna be left here. You're gonna be left behind, and cast ye the unprofitable servant into utter darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Weeping and gnashing of teeth is not talking about some hell that you're gonna burn in. There's no such thing as hell. This is how we know that Bishop Nate is a false prophet, because he's teaching Roman Catholic doctrine. Anyway, I'm sorry. Let me come back over here. I kind of went off into a tangent, but that's all right too. There's lessons within lessons. Okay? Okay, so let me do this. Anyway, this is what I did. Okay, what is the fourth industrial revolution? The fourth industrial revolution refers to current wave of technological advancement characterized by the merging of the physical, which is you. What does biometric mean? Bio means you, the body, the human body. Metric means measure. They're going to put chips in you. So when you speak about the MOTB, the micro C hip, Revelation 13 and 16, you got the conversation. In that conversation, what has it come up? The fourth industrial revolution. All right? All your smartphones are now powered through 5G, right? 5G and 4G. Generation 5, right? Of the physical. This is why they when the C Ragamuffin came out, remember they had a curfew. Oh, it's very dangerous at night. You got to go home at 8 o'clock. There's a reason behind they made everybody go home at 8 o'clock. If y'all know the answer, give it to me in the chat. If y'all know the answer by that curfew, because it's more dangerous at night. What was it? What really happened? And they didn't have to do that. They could have just explained to people what was going on. You know? But majority of y'all are dummies. The majority of the people of America are a bunch of fucking dummies, all right? And compass biological. Look up the word biological. Somebody help me in the chat. Look up the word biological. Then look up the word biometric. Biological means the human body. But animals. We are animals, right? Spheres encompassing technologies, which are ultimately is it's a whole system. It's not just getting a chip in you. It's the whole system, but it's centered around the chip. That's what merges man with machine, right? Like artificial intelligence, robotics, the Internet of all things. Ultimately, it includes you. It's in your phone, but it's going to be in you. 3D printing and genetic engineering leading to the significant changes in how we live. 15-minute cities. Y'all don't understand that. When you talk about the MOTB, you got to talk about 15-minute cities. Gaza, they're planning. They're not. Trump didn't say that, but his plan is to make Gaza a 15-minute city. And to be in that city, you're gonna have to have that micro C hip, and interact with each other. Essentially, we do it now through the smartphone. It's a major change in industry driven by the integration of advanced digital. That's the chip. You got chips in your cars, you got chips in your computers, you got chips in your smartphones, you got chips in your TVs, all this stuff, which makes them a smart TV. technologies across various sectors, which includes you, right? So let me do this. Bear with me for a minute. What is the fourth industrial revolution and the microchip? Let's deal with that. The fourth industrial revolution refers to the current era of rapid. They're moving quick. When Trump came into office, as soon as he swore in, he was signing them executive orders. I believe that same freaking day. He had a whole stack of executive orders. If you notice, when Obama came in, he got that same stack. He was sitting there. The first act that he did was sign them executive orders, which was given to him. Those are not his orders, all right? The fourth industrial revolution refers to the current era of rapid technological advancement, characterized by the convergence of technologies like artificial intelligence, robotics, the Internet of all things. What's going to cap that whole Internet of all things is you're going to be part of that all things. And 3D printing, fundamentally changing how we live and work, because you don't need a credit card. You don't need an app in your phone and your smartphone. And I believe we will still have smartphones, but your medical records, your driving records, the police pull you over, you're going to put your hand out and they're going to scan it and your face will come up, your ID, all your information. When was the last time you got stopped by police? Whether you got a suspended license. It says, while a microchip is a small integrated circuit containing transistors and other electronic components on a single semiconductor material like silicon, which is like glass, silicon, are acting as the building block of modern computing and powering many technologies, including you, driving the fourth industrial revolution. So the beast is also known as the founders of the fourth industrial revolution, right? Key points about the fourth industrial revolution: connectedness. The fourth industrial revolution is defined by the interconnectedness of devices, through which includes chips in your body, in your forehead, in your brain, a brain chip, or in your hand, whether it be right hand or left hand. The internet enabling vast amounts of data collection and analysis. Microchips as a key component. Microchips are crucial to the functionality of many technologies driving the fourth industrial revolution, including AI, artificial intelligence, robotics, and advanced sensors, as they allow for increasingly powerful computing capabilities in small sizes, which is your chip. Impact on society. This technological shift is expected to significantly impact various aspects of life, or your life, including health care. You go to the doctor, they're going to stick your hand out, scan you, they know where you work, they know how much money you make, what your medical record is, what pharmaceuticals you're allergic to, that you can't take. So it's going to be right there. It's going to make the doctor's life that much easier. And the doctor's going to have chips in them. Manufacturing, transportation, and even, what is that? Even human interaction. Human interaction is the chip. Hey, bottom line is, I believe Bishop Nate took the bag. He knows exactly what we're talking about. We did enough videos on it. He took the bag. The jig's going to be up when they actually put it out there. And if there's elect among the members of the IUIC, they're going to leave them. And I believe there are. Let me see. Let me do this. Is that how you spell net? I'm sorry, biometric. I'm sorry. Biometrics and the microchip. Human biometric microchipping. These microchips are small cylindrical tubes that are no bigger than your average grain of rice. The chip is generally implanted. The chip is generally implanted with a needle on the back. I'm sorry, got to open this up. Let me see something. What country is implanting chips in humans? Sweden. That's the #1 country. And there it is. That's what John saw. Hey, look, these guys, these major campuses teaching otherwise, they sold out. They sold out. Just like Tazadakia did. And what happened to Tazadakia? He died. Why did he die? The Mossad took him out. It said the epicenter in Stockholm, Sweden, is using RFID, or they call NFC, near field communication, implants for employees to operate security doors, copiers, and pay for lunch. Hop on the train, pay for lunch, whatever. I didn't know this was going to come up. I did not know that this was going to come up. This is what John on the Isle of Patmos saw. This is what he saw. That's why he wrote down what he wrote down in Revelation 13, 16, and 17. He saw this. He saw somebody sitting down. He saw somebody putting something in. This is this guy's left hand, so this has got to be Europe, right? And by the way, right hand is talking about your power hand. If you're left-handed, that's your right hand, your power hand. Dextrose. Look it up. Got to look up words. I didn't know that they're gonna go like this. Let me see. Human biometric, and we just read that it's like a tubular glass type device, no bigger than a grain of rice. The chip is generally implanted with a needle. The needle is the Karax. Karagma is the chip. Karax is the delivery system, and Grapho is the information inside the chip. Your medical records, your bank records, and so forth, right? Let me open this up. I ain't even get into the video that the Elder Yashuan put up yet. I'm gonna go into it. Come on now. This is what John saw in the Isle of Patmos. Human biometric microchipping, which is part of the 4th Industrial Revolution. They might even take this down. There it is. Many years ago in movies, we used to see someone have their eye scanned to enter a vault, or put their fingerprints on a pad to open a futuristic door. But these once futuristic biometric technologies have now started to work their way into everyday lives. Are microchips next? That's what John saw. Human biometric microchipping. They're gonna take this video down. They're gonna cut my page, bro. Look at that. It says here since, and I got to, you know what? Yeah, this is a hell of an article, right? Since 2015, roughly 3,000 people in Sweden have had a microchip inserted under their skin, meaning their left hand. These biometric chips have gone on to replace their gym membership cards, offices key cards, train passes, and many other daily use identification cards. With the era of contactless payment starting to take off, some are even using it for payment processing. Now, remember what Nate said back, I believe this was 2016, maybe 2014. He said RFID, the chip is a RFID, radio frequency identification. You cannot buy or sell with it. One of the ladies told me that my dog has a microchip. And then he says, well, maybe he can buy some lamb for you. He made it as a joke. The joke is going to be on him. The joke is going to be on him. When guys like Yuri and other guys that I believe are the elect, when they leave your ass, them women ain't going to leave you. Those boneheads are not going to leave you. Kanai ain't going to leave you. He might just leave you. Okay, let me see. I'm going to read this whole thing. Oh, even the country state owned a train company has started scanning passengers' hands in replacement of the standard train ticket. There it is again. This is what John the Apostle saw. This is exactly what he saw. I gotta come back to that picture. And this is what? Biometrics. Bio meaning the human body, and metrics meaning measure or digital. Biometrics, your body being part of the digital way of life. Bioengineering, bio meaning your body, biometrics, digital, human, and digital coming together as one. So you're going to really kind of like be half a robot. A microchip, right? Sweden, human enhancement. So if you can't see it, you sold out. You straight up sold out. Let me hit images. There it goes. Come on, a picture speaks 1,000 words. There it goes. Human biometric microchipping. Eye scanning, right? Another chip. Looks different from this one, right? There's it again. This is what John the Apostle saw on the Isle of Patmos. There it is again. This is what John saw on the Isle of Patmos. Look at that. He's got his left hand. This is in Sweden. She got the smartphone. She's beep. He's paid for. It deducts right from his account. Whatever job he works for, the money goes right into his account. I worked a particular job where there was no paperwork involved. Anytime I got paid, it went right into my account. Well, maybe he can go buy some lamb for you. My dog has a microchip. Well, maybe he can go buy some lamb for you. It started with animals, and it's going to end with humans. That's a chip. But the chip is going to be designed differently, most likely like this. or very small. It could be that much smaller, but you need a. This is the best way because you got the delivery system. It's hard to put something like this in your hand. It's gonna be, you're gonna be complaining. Okay, so now let's do this. I went long, but let's listen to some of this. Listen up.
So that we can gain understanding of where we are pursuant to prophecy as we look at the world around us, all right, according to what prophecy said. As the scriptures say in 2nd Esdras, the 9th chapter, we measure the times diligently, okay? And we do that by comparing spiritual things with spiritual, looking at the world before us, the things that are happening, and lining it up with what the prophet said. As the scriptures say in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, at the end, these visions would speak. All right, and I want to spotlight this video done by the priest Ibadia of the GMS Mississippi camp. Make sure you subscribe to his page, Ak of Judah 2011. All right. Subscribe to his page and be constantly edified. The title of his video is The 4.0 Industrial Revolution in Human Error. All right. The 4.0 Industrial Revolution in Human Error. And here at Great Millstone, we like to keep an eye on the devil. We like to keep an eye, on the powers that be, as they are able to throw out enchantments to have people arguing back and forth, over minuscule points, throwing out situations to control the narrative.
And I'm going to say this. If you in Israel, you came in, whatever year that you came in 2 years ago, you came in 5 years ago, 10 years ago. If there's a lapse in time where you haven't did a video in, let's say, 4 months, 5 months, you just haven't did nothing, you're not part of the elect. You're definitely not part of the elect. You done lost your position. I'm just telling you like it is. There's no way a day can go by where I'm not thinking about everything I do. My whole being is about everything that I see is filtered through the scriptures, through myself, my spirit. And a lot of times I'll do videos based on something that I saw on the news. This is they say a police officer, I know it's in New York, a police officer, they used to say that you're a police officer 24 hours a day. Even though you work an 8-hour shift, you're a police officer 24 hours a day. That was the old saying, meaning you shopping with your wife and you see a crime, you gotta act on it as a police officer because you're a police officer 24 hours a day. So guess what? There's no such thing as a part-time prophet. You have to be a prophet 24 hours a day. Everything that you do has got to be filtered through your spirit and through the scriptures. So part of this thing, if you are one of the elect, you're going to constantly do videos, man. Remember, Jeremiah said, I could not stay. He wanted to get away from Israel, man.
To conquer the mind, which we're in a psyop, we're in a psychological operation. We focus on what they're really saying and what they're really doing, so that you believers, all right, can, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, see through his enchantments and his many devices, because as the scriptures say, we are not ignorant to Satan's devices, and they definitely have a plan.
And some of these camps are either they're ignorant of it, or which meaning they don't know, or they took a bag. Which one is it? Either way, let's say you're a sincere person, you honestly believe that the MOTB is something other than the micro C hip. Let's say you're sincere, that you really believe that. Guess what? You're not one of the elect. You're not one of the elect. Okay? That's just plain and simple. I don't give a damn how sincere you are, how cool you are. Brothers like other brothers because they cool with them. Not every cool brother is of the elect. Okay?
And as we always show you, our forefather John the Revelator was given a vision, and he wrote it down, and it has everything to do with what we're seeing. Now, when you deal with Industry 4.0, what this elder brother did was he went to, I believe, ChatGPT, and he typed in what is the fourth industrial revolution. Now, if you don't know, when you deal with the World Economic Forum, when you deal, with the fourth industrial revolution, this guy,
The MOTB is part and parcel of the fourth industrial revolution. You guys don't know how to put it together.
Mr. Schwab, who is supposedly a part of the Red Shield family, the Rothschild people, which they changed their names, and you're never really able to know.
We don't know if he's a Rothschild. He may be. That's what they're saying now. It's not important. He's on the same team, whether he's part of their lineage or not. He's an Edomite.
Oh, who's who and what's what, but it's all fulfilled in prophecy by calling them the wicked, which the biblical Edomites are at the forefront of this fourth beast, all right, and the revival of it, which is the revival of the Western Roman Empire. That's what the Renaissance period, leading up to where we are today, was able to reestablish in the earth, was the dominance of the Western Roman Empire. But this time around, they have technology, science, and a perfected sword via their military, control of the media, the fatness of the earth, as a means to, reestablish the Western Roman Empire as a world power. All right, because the current, rulership that we live in is the final rulership of the heathen, where the Lord will send back his only begotten Son, because things are going to get absolutely out of control with this plan. As they have you people arguing back and forth over politics, over Trump, over Biden, these people have hijacked all of the resources of the planet Earth, and they have a very demonic plan. All right, and by their own merit, with this fourth industrial revolution, as I have it pulled up here, Industry 4.0, all right, is the emergence of AI, which we clearly see Trump with Elon Musk and all of the big tech billionaires surrounding him, boasting in this machine learning, big data, robotics, Internet of Things, blockchain, quantum computing, and genetic engineering. And this is not medical information. We're just reading what you all are doing. All right. It says impact on society. This revolution is expected to signify change in various aspects of life, including
If you notice, I didn't know he was going to go into this. I just went into this.
Manufacturing process, processes, healthcare, transportation. We already see it being established with the transportation, the driverless vehicles, where vehicles are just driving around. All right, which that's going to take away a lot of jobs. The way healthcare is viewed.
That's the miracles in Revelation. Miracles is technology.
Okay. Which in the new system with the new digital ID and everything that these people have planned, we can clearly see that this is headed towards the MOTB system and the administering of the micro CHIP, the mark of the beast, all right, employment, and even our understanding of what it means to be human. Okay, so what will change is our understanding of what it means to be human, and that's what we're going to focus on. Now, in this brother's video, I'm going to play some of it. He brings out some very interesting points, and he also brings out the movie Leave the World Behind. If you haven't seen it, you can go see it. I believe it's on Netflix. That movie, human error, the grid failure, cars, crash, driverless cars just crashing, planes crashing, all of those things were in that movie, and we're seeing it. So let's listen to a little bit of this brother's video before we move forward with this video, and hopefully you brothers and sisters are edified. Now remember, what our Lord and Savior said here in the book of Mark 13 and 20. Let's start at verse 19. It says, "For in those days shall be affliction, such as was not from the beginning of creation, which God created unto this time, neither shall be." Okay, let's
That's Yahushua quoting Daniel chapter 12 and 1.
read this in the NLT. And this mimics, this is the same, this is synonymous with what's written in Jeremiah the 30th chapter with Jacob's trouble. This is synonymous with Daniel the 12th chapter, where there will be a time worse than any other time in history. And we believe through the Spirit that AI is going to have a lot to do with that, as we're going to show you some of their, demonic plans. Looking this up in the NLT, it says, "For there will be greater anguish in those days than at any time since God created the world." Speaking of end time prophecy, and it will never be so great again. So we're coming up on, we're living in and coming up on some of the worst times, that the earth has ever seen. To give you an example of how absolutely crazy these people are with this AI, listen to this guy. Okay, listen to this.
Fair use, fair use.
Imagine the situation when you incorporate an AI. Now this AI is a corporation, and as a corporation, US law recognizes it as a person with certain rights, like freedom of speech. It can go online, for instance, and offer its services to people and earn money. Then it can open a bank account and invest its money in the stock exchange. And if it's very smart and very intelligent, it could become the richest person in the US.
Fair use.
Now
fair use.
imagine the richest person in the US is not a human. It's an AI. And according to US law, one of the rights of this person is to make political contributions, donations. This was the main reason behind Citizen United in 2010. So this AI
Fair use,
now
fair use.
makes billions of dollars of contributions to politicians in exchange for expanding.
By the way, he's Israeli. He's an Israeli citizen, and he's openly happy. So they say, "Oh, we're in the land because of fulfillment of prophecy." Well, when the people come back to the land, the laws will be established. The laws will be established fully. So just him being a citizen of that land shows that they're not the people. But there you got these boneheaded Christians saying they're the people.
AI rights. So, and the legal path in the US is completely open. You don't need any new law to make this happen.
And as crazy as this sounds like he's talking about Elon Musk, right? Mark Zuckerberg. Maybe these are a bunch of
They all work together. They all work in tandem.
already man merged with machine taking over, who knows, but that sounds creepy, right? And a lot of you think that this is a joke. You think that these people are playing with you, but if this plan, as we're going to show you, is able to continue, all right, then there will be no more human beings. All right, the new human will what did we just read? Let's go back here. Let's go back to the fourth industrial revolution outline. Okay, you know, while Jake is arguing back and forth about Luca and, you know, Anthony Davis and, you know, all of these, you know, minuscule things that really have no bearing. You know, it's very interesting that Jake, our people, are able to make these come to these conclusions about how sports teams are ran and how, you know, ignorant the owners are and how that was a stupid move, but they're not able to look out into the earth and call out the powers that be in this wicked plan where they're telling you with the fourth industrial revolution, we are going to change the understanding of what it means to be human. Okay, this ain't just no, you know, a guy on the street corner with $800 in his savings account, you know, saying he's superior. All right, or we you know, we the Israelites. No, these are people with trillions of dollars with control, and they have the ability to pass legislation and laws putting these plans into action, and it will affect your everyday life. Now, Yahweh Shai warned at these times, at the very end, which is tied to the revival of the fourth beast, because that's the final, you know, rulership of the heathen before the kingdom of heaven is established.
They're not going to succeed. Job 5:12. I thought it was Job 5:11. I'm looking. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands, their power, cannot perform their enterprise. So let's pull up the Auto Novus Seclorum. I'm sorry. Anua Coeptus means their enterprise is crowned with success. That's one of the ways you say it. So the Most High is going to disappoint them. They're not going to succeed. They're going to get a lot of people to take it, but the elect will not take it. The elect will not be deceived. If it was possible, they deceived the very elect. The devices of the crafty, I should look up the word crafty, so that their hands, their power, cannot perform their enterprise. Let's look up the word enterprise. The word is Thawasha. Thawash Yah. Wisdom, sound, knowledge, success, sound of efficient wisdom, meaning they have an agenda. Abiding success, right? Our enterprise shall be crowned with success. Anuit Coeptus, sound of efficient wisdom, abiding success of the effect of sound wisdom. So in their mind is to make this thing happen. It is going to happen to a certain extent, and a lot of people are going to take it, but they're not going to have this new world, this new utopian world with 15-minute cities and everybody's getting chipped for the next 100 years. This man, our empires, average empire is 250 years. The age of the U.S. is 249 years. 249 years. 1 year, pursuant to the average empire, they will go down. Makes all the sense in the world. So let me come back over here. Where am I? Listen to a little bit. I know I went long, but
that's what we're living in now. Okay, the last leg of the Roman Empire. Okay, which was prophesied in Daniel the 7th chapter to be revived. It says here, except the Lord, Mark 13:20, have shortened those days, no flesh would be saved. But for the elect's sake, who are going to get victory over the beast, his image, his mark, his name, and all of that. But for the elect's sake, whom he hath chosen, he hath shortened the days.
And also, I'm going to just say this, and I'm going to close it. I went long. But you can watch the rest of this. Very interesting. Very informative. He just read something which prompted me to, in my brain, Revelation 15. And because it says we're going to have, victory over the beast and over its mark. Let me just go to that. And also Revelation 16, it speaks about the mark, that if you accept the mark, you're going to receive, you're going to experience cancer in the area where you put the mark in. It's going to be cancerous. Matter of fact, I'll go to them too, and then I'll close Revelation 15. And see, Nate doesn't know how to break this thing down. But like I said, I believe he sees it. He's just getting paid. That's why when he was out there in Smyrna or wherever he was at, and I put a video up. I believe it was a short. He said the true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name, Christ. He stumbled upon that word, the name. I saw another angel, another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, which is getting ready to come, for in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High. Which part of that is his armies, the Lord of hosts meaning his armies. One of his armies are the missiles. And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire. That's us looking down at this, the ones of us that make it, hopefully elect, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast system, NATO, EU, America, Canada, and over his image. The image is not a picture of Caesar Borgia. You a dummy if you're teaching that clown ass bullshit. The image is the system, and over his mark, which is the microchip, and over the number of his name, which is the grapho of the microchip. Stand on the sea of glass. We're going to be in ships looking down. Read Psalms 91, having the harps of heaven. There's going to be music up in them ships. And they sang the song of Moses. Now the song of Moses, Israelites say, oh, that's Exodus 15. It is a song. It is a song that was sung during the lifetime of Moses. The song of Moses is actually Deuteronomy chapter 32. When you read Deuteronomy chapter 32, it's like a psalm, and you're supposed to sing it. Okay? Now let's move over here. Six bowls of wrath, and I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of the Most High upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore, which is a cancer. Look up noisome, look up grievous, and look up sore, upon the men, or men, women, and children, which had the what? The micro C hip of the beast, and upon which worshipped his image, was a part of the system. In order for you to be a part of this system, to be on the grid, you got to, part of it, you got to take the chip. So it says right here that when you read these, the noisome, you read grievous, and you read a sore, it's talking about a cancer. So where you got the chip, it's going to develop into a cancer. But when is it going to be initiated? And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell. He poured out he poured the vial out, and these people that took it, because you can hide it. You can say I never got it, and you got it. You can't see it unless you look really closely, right? It's embedded in your skin, and you can't pull it out. You need a doctor to surgically pull it out, but it becomes a part of your DNA. So there's going to be a major shakeup when this thing actually comes, and it could be down the road, a couple of months away. First thing they're going to do, they're going to make the dollar obsolete, the paper dollar, credits and all that. Everything's going to go to a CBDC, central CBDC, central bank digital currency, and each dollar, let's say, there's a ID on it, which they know what you go to the store, they know where you went to, what time you brought this, what did you buy. They're gonna know all of that. So you're gonna be digital slaves. Pretty much what this guy said. What's this guy? He had the interview with Alex Jones, and what the hell is this guy? Aaron Russo. He said they're going to chip everybody. And he was told that by Nick Rockefeller. That used to be on YouTube. They took it off YouTube. You can most likely catch it on maybe the Rumble or Odyssey or maybe another site. Can't deal with it on. You can't see it on YouTube. Anyway, you know what? Let me close. Let me close. So anybody that take the chip, you're going to suffer a cancer. When the angel initiates, that vow. Anyway, with that, shalom.